Now, before I was so rudely interrupted, so I do apologize, people. I have no idea why that keeps happening. I need to really look at it. It's something going on with my Streamlabs or StreamYards, whatever this is. So may have to go ahead and delete it and then reboot it. So I do apologize. So hopefully you all can make it on over here. Let's see here. What's that saying now? Dismiss that. So we'll just see what happens here. And we'll start our thing again. We had Remedy, Ubisoft, IP. We had what else did we have? We had Ubisoft. We had Remedy IP. We had oh, what else is up there? Square Enix, and Remedy. Not Remedy. I'm sorry, Square. All right. Let me restart the poll again. So before I was so rudely interrupted by the damn internet. Yeah, I know, Monty. It's like as soon as it starts getting good. But we can just pick right up. It's not that big a deal. So I just wanted you all to understand that that these grifters are out there. They are real. Okay. They're real. And that guy was a perfect example of it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So, yeah, I get it. Yeah. So, but we know why Joel was eliminated. We know why. Now, would I have liked to see a prequel? I've said this before. Would I like to see a prequel where Joel is what happens to Joel after what happened with Sarah? I would have liked to seen it. They didn't do it. Would I have liked to Last of Us Part 2 to be shorter? Yes. I would have liked to have seen The Last of Us Part 2 be shorter. So, so, you know, but it wasn't. Would I like to have seen what happened when Tommy, when Tommy left where they were and went to Seattle? And he was doing things. You have to remember he eliminated some of that crew too. Yeah, I think he eliminated what, 3 of them, 4 of them maybe. Then Ellie got the rest of them. But except not Dina, except for Abby. Which she had Abby. You know, Abby had her dead to rights. Abby had her dead to rights two out of 3 times. But Abby let her go. So she ultimately let Abby go because that wasn't what he wanted. So Kenneth Williams in the house. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you being a member for 18 months. Big time support. I appreciate it. Chris Cobra says he just showed his wife what Hip Hop Gamer was talking about. What Hip Hop Gamer was talking and showing the clip. She thought it was real. Yeah, I mean, and again, I just want to make sure you all understand. You will be paying more money for that. Do not get into this mode of wanting better, not paying for it. You all's generation is effed up on that. You all want it on the free. You know, you didn't want to pay. You want better ray tracing. You want better frames per second. You want better fidelity. You want better graphics. You will pay for that. That's the way this is going to work. Make sure you re-vote in the poll. I do apologize for the stream shutting down. It did that to me last week. I thought it was fixed. But Monty White said they acted like Joel was a franchise character. I know, yeah, he's not. He is not. I've never understood the Joel's job was to just escort Ellie. What happened, and it just goes to show you the writing. That's how good the writing was. He connected to Ellie like Ellie was his daughter, Sarah. And that is still, even know if you replay The Last of Us Part 1, you know what happens to Sarah. It is still hard to see it. I don't care how many times I played that game. I get welted when in the eyes when what happens to that girl. It's that well written. That opening sequence is that well written, and the TV show is the same way. Seeing that girl play her, I'm like, oh my goodness, that girl is so sweet. She's so nice. Why? Why? But the fact that you all can understand that what a secondary character is versus what the primary character is, that's all that matters, in my opinion. There's a lot of people out there who don't understand that some characters are just written to help bridge the story. Joel was a bridge for Ellie to become who she became. Joel was the reason why she didn't eliminate Dina. And/or was it Lev, whatever his name was? She had him dead to rights. And because Joel taught her that they're not murderers, that they're just trying to survive. However, Ellie changed because of what happened to Joel, but then Joel brought her back to what we saw at the end of The Last of Us, and that her character kind of went 180. That was fine. So she's not going to pay for it. She'll just play the older games. Well, no, that's fine. I'm just saying, for anybody who is interested in that type of technology, part of what Hip Hop Gamer said, and I'm glad he said it to you guys, is that because y'all don't believe me, and that's fine, you all are going to be paying more. And it's just for that technology, you will pay more. It is what it is. So, I mean, and you all just need to get that through your heads. You're going to be paying more money. Or guess what? You don't have to pay it, and you won't play that. You won't play that version of what that looks like. And again, that's The Last of Us. It's a PS3 game. So you imagine what friggin' Horizon Zero Dawn or Horizon Forbidden West or Spider-Man. Can you imagine what Spider-Man would look like with that tech running? And so I laugh because people are like, well, what's Sony up to? Well, they're developing new technology. They are a technology company. They're developing new technology. Have you all not seen the AI commercials? They actually have commercials with AI now. Not for AI, actual AI commercials where the actors and actresses, the kids, everything you see around them, AI. So if you want to know what Hollywood went on strike for the last time, it wasn't for money. It was not for money. It was to stop AI, because AI can write scripts now. It can write musical scores now. It is scary what AI can do. We use it in the medical field. It is, I'm telling you right now, you all, I've seen it do some stuff that'll turn you white. I mean, it will do that to you. So just beware of these grifters. These are not gamers. These are not gamers. So just leave them in the dust. Do not go back and forth with them. It's not worth it. All right. They're bringing their little dick brains over to us, into the gaming community, and we're not going to tolerate it. We're going to tolerate it. So, I mean, so again, if somebody is saying, like JTech TV is saying that the game is woke, he won't be playing Ghost of, what's it called? Ghost of Yotei. Somebody brought up Ghost of Yotei. Her story is happening 300 years after Jin Sakai. So Jin is done. I mean, if you play, see, that's the whole thing. If you play Ghost of Tsushima, and it is Tsushima, not Tushima. If you play Ghost of Tsushima, Jin Sakai had a beginning story, a middle story, and an ending story. Even gave him DLC. It was Ike Allen, whatever it was. Okay, that's fine. But his character went from being a shogun with, all the accolades of being a shogun, the stand-up shogun, to becoming a ronin, a ghost, a ninja. And then at the end, he had to do what? Fight his uncle for the honor. Because his uncle was like, you've disgraced the family, And Jin was like, I did what I had to do to get the Khan off the island. So it's again, people don't understand. You have a beginning, middle, and end. And Joel's story ended when he decided to eliminate the Fireflies at the hospital. And if you want to know who they were, like, so when Ellie, I'm sure you remember if you played The Last of Us Part 2, when Ellie is underneath the hospital and that girl is coughing and she tells that girl, she says the girl, where's Abby? And she said, I'm not going to tell all my friends I'm dead already, because she was breathing in those spores. She was going to turn into a zombie, right? And she seen Ellie breathing. She's like, oh my God, you're her. And she said, yeah, and I can make this quick for you. Well, that girl that she brutally killed. I mean, it was brutal, right? That was when Joel shot his mama and shot her mama in the head. So, I mean, Joe, that's the woman who he says, oh no, you'll just follow her. And he shoots her in the head. So that was her daughter that helped set all that up for Joel. It is what it is. Like I said, beginning, middle, end. Beginning, middle, end. And like when George Lucas wrote Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi is about the redemption of Anakin Skywalker, the Jedi Anakin Skywalker, leaving the ranks of the Sith and coming back to being a full-fledged Jedi. And his son redeeming him through life, through his death. And he, it is. Like, just these guys don't know how to read the stories. They're grifting. So my issue wasn't that Joel died. The issue was what difference does it make? Yes, Abby's job as a wolf was what? To infiltrate other groups and kill them inside out. So, and they did, she was a villain. From Ellie's point of view, Abby's the villain. There's no doubt about that. All right, so we're seeing it from Ellie's point of view. But then when you see it from Abby's point of view, Joel is the villain. So, I mean, again, that's why I'm like, that game, to write that type of game and hold the audience was phenomenal. It was off the chain good, phenomenal. So, but I just wanted you all to understand what the grifting was and why it's being done is because the grifting is going to always be this way because the economy isn't very good. So these guys are out here coming over into the gaming spaces acting retarded, So, I mean, Tony Stark in the Avengers movies dies. Black Widow dies. Is that movie now woke because Tony Stark died? No. Your wife hates. I didn't think Abby was very well written. I thought it got better when she was helping Lev. I thought the writing for her got a lot better. But yeah, who didn't want to punish Abby and the rest of those? I mean, who didn't want to do that? So again, they wrote it very well. But yeah, I'm sorry that you all are having to go through this. And remember when I told you guys? I said white supremacy affects everybody. Even white people. Now you're seeing it. You're seeing it in real time. So I'm sorry that you all are having to live through it, but you are. It's sad that you're having to go through it. The grifting sucks. Yeah, for them. I mean, what about the grift about Grand Theft Auto? That's why I called it I need to change that to Grand Grift Auto. I do apologize. There we go. And these guys used that, which was just a blatant lie. A blatant lie. Again, if you want to keep up on what's going on with Rockstar Games, then go ahead and simply follow the shareholders. That's all you got to do. You don't have to listen to nobody else because the shareholders, the CFO can't lie to its shareholders. They'll be in prison. They will go to prison for that shit. So just make sure that that's what you're doing. So taking too crazy for you. Yeah, it's a pretty lesson thing. The hate for the game is so forced and fate. Yeah, I know. It's an apocalypse full of survivors. There are no favorites or heroes. Yeah, I know that. Like, everybody knows that who plays the game, right? But that's why I keep saying these guys are not gamers. They're not. They're just coming over, pushing their bullshit agenda. And that's what it is. Their agenda is bullshit. You know, why don't they go to school and learn how to make the games and learn how to voice act? I don't know why they won't do that. And they won't do it. Okay? Like, they won't do it. So, you know, and it's like, so that's why you know they're grifting, because it's like, well, and they keep saying, I don't have a choice. Yes, you do. You don't buy it. You don't buy it. I'm going to buy Ghost of Tsushima or Ghost of Yotei because I liked Ghost of Tsushima. I liked the studio that made Ghost of Tsushima. Why did I buy Ghost of Tsushima? Because I wasn't at first. But when I saw you got to sneak around and be a ninja, I'm like, oh, well, I'll buy that because I don't want to walk around and just be a shogun. Well, shoguns challenge people fairly. That's why if you played as Jin and you would go up on somebody, he would be like, show me your skill, send your best man. That's a shogun. The ninja was the guy throwing the smoke bombs and throwing the size and all that kind of stuff. That's what ninjas do. They don't fight fair. That's why they're considered Ronin. They don't fight fair. So Abby brutally murders Joe for killing her dad, but spares Ellie after she murdered. Yeah. I mean, you're right. She did. Like I said, Abby got the drop on Ellie twice. And then when Ellie finally got the drop on her is when Abby was, you know, had been strung up on a pole and had been, I would say, violated multiple times and was left up there for the birds to pick at her and die. That's why she has the sores over her body, because the birds have been picking at her. So again, she was, and she could have Ellie could have just left her up there to die. I mean, that's why this is why I said before, my observational complaint about The Last of Us Part 2 was that it was too long, and I thought it should have given the player an opportunity to either finish Lev and Abby, leave Abby and Lev where they were, set Lev free, and say, look, you can go, good luck to you. And you know, but Lev killed Dina's baby daddy. Remember that? That's what I'm saying. We played the game, right? We played the game. So we know what happens. We understand the world that they're in. When you see a grifter come through, they're going to just say stupid shit like this guy was saying. Now, he's not saying nothing anymore because it was bullshit coming out of his mouth. So the game of the year and 60% of completion rate of people hated the game. Why did so many people finish the game? I don't know. I finished it. You know, I've only finished The Last of Us Part 2 once because it was just a long ass game. So Monty White says it won Goldie. I don't care what other people think. Ghost of Tsushima was nominated the same year. You could make the case that Ghost of Tsushima should have won. I certainly can. What up, Ice Cream? Certainly, you got money and clothes plus 2 bottles of wine for Christmas. That's what I got. We got the same Santa Claus. I'm going to go buy Space Marine at some point today because we're having like 55-degree weather. It's like record warm here. Was outside in shorts earlier. Wow. But Ultra just wants to play cool games. I want to see cool movies and shows, all that extra talk. It doesn't ruin it for me, but I understand. I'm in that same car. You're saying Bender let it go. No, and that's his opinion, and that's fine. That's his. I understand why people would say that's the game of the year. Like, it makes sense that that's the game of the year. So it's fine. So you got Rise of the Ronin for Christmas, and this game is fantastic, very underrated. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Rise of Ronin. I put my top 5 games. If you just bought a PS5 Pro, if this is just my opinion on the top games, is Ratchet and Clank, Horizon Forbidden West, Horizon Zero Dawn. Make sure you play Zero Dawn first. You don't play them out of order. I didn't have Ghost of Tsushima up. I had Spider-Man 1 and 2. The Astrobot. Now you can, and then you need to make sure you have the equipment. So start with Sony's TVs and monitors. You have a Sony console. Then go to LG. Then go to Samsung. Then there's a step down, and it's Hisense. but that's a step down. Your pitcher won't be as good. So Abby spared Dina and Ellie because of love. Well, possibly. I don't know. I mean, they never explained why she did it, why she spared them. She spared them. She spared Ellie twice. Spared Ellie twice. So, and Ellie spared her once. Ellie was trying to, Ellie's going to kill her. So yeah, and it's okay. The last one wasn't for you. Yeah, I understand that. I understand it. Well, it's not, because nothing is for everybody, and I think that's part of the problem is people think that everything that's made is supposed to be for them because of the entitlement. You're interested in Intergalactic as well. Yeah, I just want to see some more gameplay. That's what I would like to see. So, I mean, I can't judge the game because of a CGI trailer. It looks good, and let's see where they go from there. I've not played Ghostwire Tokyo, so that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, the gameplay in Last of Us, that's one thing they did improve from Last of Us 1 to Part 2, is they did improve the actual gameplay. There's the movement is much more natural in The Last of Us Part 2, because Part 1 it felt like a brick. Now they did go back in. If you get the PS5 version of The Last of Us, which is on Plus, by the way, it went on Plus in October, which I recommend. You get the PS5 version. It's much more fluid now. So it is. So, but the question of the day is, Sony has publicly said, Hermen Hulst has said some things here. Let's see if I can pull it up here in my my other. Let me go back here, and let me go to more. So Hermen Hulst very quickly has said this is about the Hermen Hulst has talked about going forward. This is direct from Hermen Hulst. This comes from Zuby Tech. It says here, going forward, we will continue to focus on developing live service titles with the story-driven single titles that our players want. So again, Hermen Hulst is simply reiterating what he said about a year and a half ago. So they're not changing anything right now. And this is we're going into Q1. So since we are learning a lot as we establish the ability to develop high-quality live service titles with SIE. Helldivers 2 attracted many players through continuous content provision. He goes on to say, talks about mobile games, comes back to live service. Live service titles are released on multiple platforms, so attracting new players and increasing the number of players is key to their success. So again, remember when we told you guys, hey, look, you're going to, they're going to release the multi-plat games on day and date. This is why the fanboys, the Sony fanboys, don't like them. The single-player games are an important element in enhancing the appeal of the PlayStation platform, and we set strategic sales periods for each title. So they don't expect all of them to just go bonkers, So again, that's very important that you all understand that. So the Hermen Hulst high-quality splits. Yeah. To me, they can do both. They can do both. You're right. We can't have a Mass Effect in all games. So, Mass Effect's a perfect game. I keep telling people that's a perfect 3 series of games. The only thing that comes closer to it, that comes close, is the first 3 Gears of War. So the first 3 Gears of War are outstanding. So, man, when those games come over to PlayStation, you all will be playing them because those are solid single player. That's on the Unreal 3 engine, but they remastered them. You all will play them and you will enjoy them. Didn't care for the Running Man. So when Naughty Dog shows its game, it looks like what they show and often even better. Well, you're looking at an alpha. So the game should look better than what's in the alpha. I learned that with Mass Effect Andromeda. Speaking of Mass Effect Andromeda, I saw Andromeda. I immediately said this game is ugly as hell. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, it's an alpha. Maybe I need to kind of pump the brakes. So that's what I did. And the game looks, now that they've patched it and everything, the game looks really good. What the game looks like isn't the problem. It's that sorry-ass story that they got. So it is what it is. So said it's not CGI. They said it's in-game cinematics, meaning that's how the game is going to. Yeah, it is. Like I said, we'll see. We'll see. But again, I don't doubt it, but we'll see. Yeah. First Gears was fire. I thought the first 3 were really good, but I've enjoyed that series. Even Gears 4, 5, and Gears Judgment, which nobody, and people hate Gears Judgment. But make sure you vote in my poll I got there. Which studio would you like to see Sony try to buy? This is out of the 4 I put up there. You all can have a different studio in mind. I put Remedy, Ubisoft, IP, so what IP would you like to see Sony get? Square Enix and then Capcom. Capcom is at 38%, then Square Enix. So you all still have big time hard on for Square Enix. Okay. All righty. Your sister-in-law has the Mass Effect trilogy. I'm gonna ask to borrow that. Yeah, it's a good. If you get EA, if you have EA, what's it called? EA Plus or whatever that EA thing is on your PlayStation, you can just download it. It's there. It's good. Now you don't have any mods. That's what I was hoping they would add, because the mods on PC are fire. I cannot deny that. You can dress your whole team up looking like Cerberus crew. You can not have the last mission go differently. It is fire. I cannot deny that. So it is what it is. I'm literally looking at the live feed to make sure we're still on. Sony need to get the Tom Clancy IP in Assassin's Creed. That's fair. That's fair. Rather have the disc, not the EA app. So, all right, well, fair enough. I mean, I got them both, so I understand. I totally understand. Preaching to the choir. Preaching to the choir, my friend. So what with Grand Theft Auto, what happened was that some people just put out some bullshit because they don't have nothing to talk about. So they just put out some bullshit and you all went for it. You all went ahead and bought, you all went ahead and gave them super chat money and donos and things like that. And that's what it was about. That's what the whole thing was about. Make no mistake about it. It was about getting donations, getting their subs up, saying this is Rockstar Games' fault. They don't have nothing to talk about. I heard all kind of things being said. And and these guys were serious when they were talking about, this is not my fault. There's nothing to talk about. If you're a content creator, just play some goddamn games. You know what I'm saying? Just play some games. You have nothing to talk about. Just announce, hey, look, I'm going to do a 2-hour game stream. I'm going to play this game for 45 minutes, take a 10-minute break, come back, and then I'm going to play XYZ game for another 45 minutes, and then we'll hang out for a half hour after that. So I don't know why they're having this issue. It's like I bought Track IR for my DCS game, so I'm going to try to get that all hooked up today, and then I'm going to try to stream with Track IR this evening at some point. Trying to do it between these football games. I'll probably have to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is what I'll probably end up aiming for. Like the Uncharted games was new to that series in 12. Yeah, see, I didn't have a PS3, so I didn't. The first Uncharted game I physically played was Uncharted 4. That's the first one I physically played. So, and I thought, yeah, I can understand why people enjoy this so much, because being on the 360, we didn't have stuff like that. We didn't. We still had we had games like Mass Effect. We had games like, we had Gears of War. It's not that we had bad games. But but PlayStation, I still remember PlayStation 2. I was playing Gran Turismo and Metal Gear and Siphon Filter. PlayStation has better games than Xbox. So, and Xbox went out and bought a bunch of publishers to create the games, and we see what they're doing now. Porter Rock, I think, has uploaded 2 videos, and I recommend them both. I haven't seen the second one yet, but he just uploaded one about what Xbox is doing with their modular releasing and things like that. So he says it's a really good video. It's a good video. So yeah, the 360 is one of my favorites, not my favorite console of all time. Although this PS5 Pro is starting to oopsert that. You like the Division 2 and still play that off and on. Yeah, see, I have the Division 2 and can't find anybody to play with. Guys, we got 1 more minute on my super chat goal. We need 10 super chats in another minute. So, But yeah, I enjoyed but that's why the online gaming, that's the problem I have, is that you need to go ahead and set up a time to play. And it's very difficult to do because everybody has different schedules. So it's just, for me, I was playing last night, and I did get invited to the Helldivers too, but I had company last night. Came over a little bit after 9:30. So I'm not going to be playing Helldivers when I can do my own hell diving. Oh, yeah, Onimusha. Yeah, I'm glad that's coming back for everybody who has never played it. I think that's a really good comeback game. So, first Uncharted game was jaw-dropping at the time. Yeah, I still remember seeing Uncharted 1 and 2 at E3, and it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. I got the Red Ring of Death. This is my Red Ring of Death story really quick. I got the Red Ring of Death on a Saturday morning, and Grand Theft Auto 4 was supposed to come out Tuesday night, midnight, or Monday night, midnight release. So I sent it. I bought that new Xbox that it come out. It was black. It was real quiet. I forgot what it was called. Xbox something, Xbox Q, or it was something like that. I bought that and was back in the poorhouse again. But I played Grand Theft Auto. I went and picked up Grand Theft Auto Monday night. I woke up Tuesday morning at 7. I loaded that sucker up and I played it from 9:30 till midnight. Like, I just played. It is what it is. Yeah, Elite. Was it the Elite? It was the one they had at that one E3, and they said Don Matrick, this is when he was on his game. Don Matrick was like, when does this new Xbox come out? It's in your stores right now. It was something like that. I bought that. So it is what it is. So King Thrash Gaming is right about woke and anti-woke. Yeah, I don't disagree with it. So you got the Red Ring the year. That was the following year, wasn't it? Yeah, those Xboxes weren't built very well. They were like held together by just basic glue. So yeah, I remember my Red Ring that morning. I was mad as hell. Like, mad as hell. Sony buying Sega would be a move. Okay. Next week it's all about your Series X giving your PS5 a rest. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had a Series X. I had no issue with the Series X. It just wasn't my type of hype. And I have a PC. I got the 3060. I can do DLSS on the majority, upscaling on the majority of these games. So I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Who do you think they will buy? I think they will buy Remedy games because Remedy, I should say they're going to buy them. I think they're going to try to buy Remedy because Remedy speaks more to what they're doing, the single player games. I also think Ubisoft, I think they'll buy the Ghost Recon IP along with the Rainbow Six IP, because that gives them two good online IPs that are already established. All they have to do is maintain the servers. So that's what I think. And with Remedy, you get Control, you get Alan Wake, you get those games, and those are good single player games. So GTA 6, Trump in office 2025. Yeah, Trump takes office in 24 days. So he'll be in office in 24 days. So are you excited for CES? You just want to see the DLS? Yeah, I always watch CES, and let me make this clear because I saw the grifting. Oh my God. There's not going to really be anything PlayStation related. It never is at CES. Just, you all need to really understand that. Sony, they may tell you how much it is sold. We've sold this many units. We've sold this many VR units. The portable, they're going to fill us in on that because they always do that. But that is about their TVs. If they're there with their TVs at all, they weren't last year. Remember, they had their own TV event. So it'll be about their TVs, their monitors. Maybe they come out with a 1440p native monitor. That's what it's about mostly. I mean, so just don't get into, Sony's next event. Yeah, it's a Sony event. It's not a Sony PlayStation SIE event. So guys, don't fall for the grift. That's all I'm saying. I'm not forgetting about Nintendo at all. There's no news. I mean, there's rumors. I saw some of your favorite YouTubers talking about rumors. Now, the only speculation I will do is on acquisitions. In my opinion, Remedy lines up more on what Sony likes to do, and then getting a couple IPs from it. This is provided that Ubisoft goes up for sale, and maybe Tencent buys them, but then sells their IPs. So you're interested in the new camera tech. I heard something about that. I need to read up on it. Your favorite YouTubers, you don't have one? Oh, I thought I was. Okay. Everybody knows who their favorite YouTuber is. Wink, wink, nod, nod. So, guys, just understand that the grift is real, and that the worse the economy gets, the more grifting you're going to see. So, many old IPs. I think you're going to see, for Sony first party, I think we'll see Siphon Filter. I think they're going to redo Siphon Filter. And I think they could have Capcom redo Dino Crisis. So that's because Capcom's done a really good job with the Resident Evil series. And again, I'm still playing Resident Evil 4. People say play it in VR, and I'll probably my kidney would probably fail if I watch that. Yeah, possibly SOCOM. I mean, to me, SOCOM should come back. I almost bought that Armor game. I almost bought that, but then I found that it didn't have a campaign, so I'm like, I ain't buying it. So if it had an 8 to 10 mission campaign, I'd buy it. But yeah, possibly SOCOM. So Capcom doing something different under there. Yeah, they are. They are. I mean, Pragmatica is it called Pragmatica? That's in development hell right now. I haven't seen that for 4 years. SOCOM really needs to come back. Yeah, I don't disagree. I enjoyed SOCOM 1 and 2. You got to remember, I got rid of my PlayStation, so I didn't play SOCOM 3 or 4. I have no idea what those games are like. Mega Man, isn't that a Nintendo thing? It'll probably come out. I mean, when that Nintendo Switch comes out, the next Switch, all they got to do is say we're going to release a Donkey Kong game, a Zelda game, and maybe a Castlevania or something like that. Can you imagine what the sales would be like? For that, it'll go crazy. They'll go nuts. So F-Zero, yeah, I heard that was pretty cool. So Armor is tough. There are some offline missions with bots, but bots are cracked. Okay, yeah, I heard it was a good game, and I literally had it in my cart, and I kept looking online. Does Armor have a campaign? Does Armor have and I couldn't get no answer. I had to go to this Reddit thread, and it said what's it called, Armor Reforged or something like that. It said it does not have one. And I'm like, all right, well, then I'm not going to buy it until they put a campaign on it. So they released all the old Siphon games in PS Plus. Oh, did they? Didn't know that. Trying to gauge market interest. Cool. All righty. Yeah, because again, Siphon Filter is one of the first Sony games I really enjoyed, like front to back. Resistance, I've never played that. It's just an online military sim. Yeah, I'm not going to play that because, don't get me wrong, it could eventually overtake Call of Duty because I've heard it's really a good shooter, but it's just not me. Witcher 4, Intergalactic, both for me, boss. I'm getting both. And again, I talked about Witcher last week when people were saying that Suri being a Witcher is woke, but at the end of the Witcher 3, she can become a Witcher. I don't get it. At the end of Witcher 3, one of the endings is Suri becoming a Witcher. So that looks like the canonized ending. What if she come back and she had been a queen? Because she also has an ending where she becomes the queen of Nilfgaard. They will be screaming that that's woke. Why is she the queen? Oh, man. They made some Corey Madsen that they could show Project Amherst stuff. They could, I guess. I think they'll talk about some of the development. That's fine. Trump goes into office, economy goes back up or down. Certain sectors are going to do better than, like the service sector, that's going to do better. If you're in the service sector, you'll do better. You already saw what Vivek and Elon Musk said. They're going to be getting the top people from all around the world. And some of the Trump supporters are going crazy. Again, Trump is not against legal immigration. He's not against legal immigration. It's against illegal immigration. That's all. So So, but I mean, if you're into crypto, I recommend you get into crypto. I'm not gonna tell you what to buy, but you want to look into some cryptocurrency. So, as far as the economy is concerned, you find funny how the white media twisted the term woke and what's bad, how so. Yeah, like I said before, these guys don't know what it means. Like, they don't know what it means. That's why I'm just kind of like, they said Disney was woke, but it made $5 billion. So that woke studio had three movies do $1 billion, but the woke is going broke. They're nuts. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. So, just it is what it is. Sonic the Hedgehog or Shadow. I haven't seen Shadow, so the word means communism. Yeah, I mean, whatever it means, these guys are using it wrong. That's why I just kind of, to me, it's funny. It's the equivalent of a child getting upset that his parents took his toy away from him. Oh, this is not right. I want to play. Nah, you just need to shut up. So, Sony and Disney are both woke. You woke up. Yeah, I woke up this morning, so barely. I'm barely awake right now. I'm like, ugh. So I'm up this morning, so I'm woke. So that Arma ain't overtaking Call of Duty. Delta Force has more of a chance. Yeah, I mean, again, look, I will play those games, but I wanted to have a campaign. When I bought the Division Part 2, I didn't realize that you needed a whole squad of people because, yeah, I mean, when you're going up to level 1 to 2, level 3 to 4, yeah, I'm doing good. Then I got to level 7, I'm like, wait a minute, I can't even do these missions because I need other teammates. And then you have to go into this room, into this queue and wait. But I ain't doing this crap. So so the Lion King, I have not seen the new Lion King, so I haven't seen it yet. So I heard I've heard nothing but good things. So it was called that word back in 2013 before it was a thing. I just don't argue with people saying it because they truly don't know what it means. But they are literally saying that woke means force inclusivity. And I'm like, but you all said for the people who are complaining to go and get behind the camera, go to film school. You're complaining about the police, join the police. You're complaining about not having enough money. Go to college and so you can get more money. Okay, that's what people did. And now they're out in the world and they're going to make the world look like them. So I don't get it. Yeah. Chris Crow, he's too old to care. Yeah, I just don't have time for stupid ass. I'm not going to argue with stupid people. I can't. I mean, if you're stupid, you're stupid. So we're going to let it go. Like I said, people saying the PS5 Pro wasn't going to sell well. PS5 Portal wasn't going to sell well. Both have sold extremely well. So, just it's crazy at this point. You can play the entire Division 2 and in-game solo. Maybe I need to try harder then. Because I got to level 8 or 9 and it was it wouldn't let me do it. And I don't know why I couldn't just take a unit out there and move the unit around. That's what I thought I was going to be doing. Let me play it like that. But it's like I said before, I would think if Ubisoft gets bought and then the IP gets sold, Lilo and Stitch, I don't know. I don't even know which one is which. But so the Division, yeah, I just want to play as a single player. Allow me to move my unit around like I could in SOCOM or Ghost Recon or something like that. That's what I would like, but I'm not going to complain about it because I didn't make the game. If I made the game, I would have made it with that option. Oh no, we want you to play online with your friends. So you can call in the B2 and get one-man army, but we also know there's a lot of people who don't want to play online, so we're going to have it a different way and maybe have 18 levels and you can just play a story mode. That's me though. Ubisoft, Sony. I think them getting Ghost Recon and the Division and I think that would be in Rainbow Six. I think that would be a good one for Sony, but that's just my opinion. You know, this is my opinion. I'm not here to push my agenda. That's why I'm asking for you all's opinion. So, but man, oh man, we've been 40 minutes and nothing's happened. So, all right, so we can go into a Q&A going into 2025. Any questions or comments? Let me have them. We'll be here a few more minutes until it starts to try to shut down again. I promise I didn't do that. I have no idea how that happened. Like, none, because I'm expecting an Amazon package today. So, because I'm trying to hook up my Track IR, it came in, and I've got the cap clip, and I didn't want that one, so I got the wrong one. Can't wait for Intergalactic. Yeah, we'll find out some more about Intergalactic coming up. So that's fine. You know, there's people saying all kind of things. They had product placement because they couldn't afford to make the game. It's like, oh my God. Remember Sega Dreamcast Sonic? No, I do not. I do not. So I don't remember. I remember seeing the Dreamcast and EB games. Like, that looks pretty interesting. They had that football game on there. It was pretty good. You wish Destiny could have been played through one player like Halo instead of being forced to play with other people. Yeah, well, Halo 2 didn't have a story mode. So I thought Halo 2's Superman trailer was good. I've watched it twice. I liked it each time. So hopefully it works well. Hopefully that movie comes out and does well. So you're just glad Christmas is over. You like the New Year's parties where, yeah, those are starting up this weekend in my city. They starting tonight. So the New Year's party tonight because, you know, they know ain't nobody going to be down there on a Tuesday night. So they're just like, yeah, we're going to do it on Saturday. Come on through, blah, blah, blah. So that'd be cool. So, yeah, but I'm glad Christmas is over, too. Love the 80s aesthetic and intergalactic. Yeah, they said it's something that happens in it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So, but I grew up in the 80s, so yeah, I did pick up on some of that. You know, so that's fine. Borderlands 4, no interest for me in the 2025, but glad it's coming out. Glad people got stuff to play. You don't hear any more about Sony's roadmap, do you? Because again, these guys were grifting. This roadmap has not changed. They're not going to show a bunch of games until the games are close to coming out, probably within 90 days, which I 100% back. I've said that for months. I back that idea because if you want to stop all the YouTubers and all that kind of stuff, especially the fanboys, you just don't give them nothing to talk about. Yeah, the Mafia game looks interesting as well. I'll definitely be buying that. So CD Projekt Red or Naughty Dog or Rockstar game. Between those three, well, I would give the writing edge to Naughty Dog, the gameplay to Rockstar, and then the setting to CD Projekt Red. Am I looking forward to Delta Force on console? If I can play it single player, I'll look forward to it. So, yeah, plus Ultra, I agree. They just show the games when they're about 90 days out. Like, hey, look, that way you get a release date. You can start getting your money together. So, you can start getting the Vaseline. I'm telling you right now, I'm glad Hip Hop Gamer showed what he showed in that trailer, and he said you're going to be paying more money for this. That's what I would expect. Brand new technology, big dog, big nuts. You got to pay more. So you're going to have the people out there saying, oh, this is not worth it. I mean, that's fine too. But what we're not going to allow you to do is to bring your poor man's agenda over to my podcast. You can take it somewhere else. There's plenty of people. I won't even recognize it. I'll just be like, look, if you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. I do not care about it. I'm not going to address it anymore. This is just a change I'm making going into 2025. You don't want to buy something, don't fucking buy it. Okay? I bought some Kool-Aid the other day. I got orange, I got grape, and I got cherry. I didn't get the lemonade or lemon lime because I didn't fucking want it. So I didn't fucking buy it. So, okay, it's that simple. So you can play against bots. What do you mean I can play against bots? So is it like missions? Like that's what you're talking about? Leasing their games early after the leak or Wolverine? Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if people saw an early, like a pre-alpha build of Wolverine, and they were like, it looks like trash. It looks terrible. Like, dude, it's an alpha. It's like the Exodus game. Exodus, that was pre-alpha gameplay, and it looked like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm buying this day one. So, you know, Corey Masters was the title release on. Yeah, I do too. I mean, but I said that. Remember, I said that months ago on 60 frames no lag. Like, if I were Sony, I wouldn't be showing you all shit. Like, I wouldn't be. Looks like Capcom is going to be the winner here of my poll. You all overwhelmingly think Capcom should be what Sony goes on. It's not even close. Well, it did drop a little bit. Capcom 40%, Square Enix 32%. So that's good. That's fine. Those rules like Battlefield, you can play online modes, offline against bots. All right. So I'll look into it. Yeah, I'm looking into it. So, yeah, Mafia Old Country. I'm probably going to buy that. I've enjoyed the Mafia games. But I guess Mafia 3 with Link and Clay, I guess that was considered woke. I mean, even though it came out like almost, 6 years ago? It was woke. So, so, but yeah, if you don't want something, don't buy it. It's that simple. This whole notion comes down to entitlement and people saying, well, the game should be made specifically for me. You're like, no, the games are made for everybody, and if it doesn't appeal to you, just don't buy it. Like, I've never seen anything like it before. So, the United States, a lot of the gaming conversations are, because they want them to be, and I'm just not going to tolerate the negativity. I will give that to MBG because he said he's at least willing to have a open conversation about it. I'm not even at that point. I'm like, I ain't going to talk about this. So that's just me, though. That is me. So, but I play mostly RPGs, so I can make the character look the way I want. I can make him look the way I want to. My character in Mass Effect Andromeda had an afro. Okay? I kept his name as Scott, but but overall, I kept Scott and then I kept Sarah as their names because people were calling them by their first names. That was actually pretty cool. And but yeah, I mean, so I play RPGs, not a problem. Fallout character looks like the model I want it to. Microsoft roadmap didn't help them this year. Yeah. Well, it depends on what their goal was. If their goal was to go multi-plat, I think they had a good roadmap. So, Anita Sarkeesian started that crap back then. That's okay, fair enough. All right, that's a decade ago now. And again, what she encouraged is what people were saying. Why don't these people go to school and create their own intellectual property? I don't disagree. So that's what people did. And my whole take on it was, okay, so the people went ahead and went to school, like you all were saying, go to school and you just create your own characters and create your own stories. They've done that. Now they're out into the public force. Now they're looking for people to back their stories and their characters. And now you're saying, well, this is now being forced. Like, shut the fuck up. It's just, you're always going to put up a wall. You're always going to put something up that gets in the way. And it's just, to me, it's bullshit. I agree. Go to school, learn how to do it yourself, start your own company, an LLC, start that yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. And then go from there. It's like Monty Jocko said when he got cut out of Top Gun Maverick. He said, I wasn't mad at Tom Cruise because they were trying to get him to, the left. The political left was trying to get him to say what Tom Cruise did was racist, but cutting out the Asian guy. And he said, no, he would like to see more people who look like him get behind the camera. And that's what we got. I've said this before. Squid Game, Anything, Everywhere, All at Once. I mean, again, those are Asian directors, and they prefer have Asian actors. That makes sense to me. All right. It just does to me, but you can't tell people. You're like, Mafia 2 was your favorite. Yeah, that was, the Mafia games have been solid games. I don't think they've been great. I think they've been just solid experiences, no doubt. MDG is too back and forth, says the same thing both ways without saying anything. Yeah, I don't disagree. That's why I said I'm too opinionated. I'm going to land on one side or another. I agree with the people, the anti-woke people that say, go to school, learn how to do it yourself. I'm 100% behind that. However, I'm with the woke people when they get out of school, they should be able to implement what they have learned and draw the characters they want to draw and write the stories that they want to write. I agree. Okay, remember Amy Hennig got fired from Sony's Naughty Dog studio. She didn't throw a bitch fit. She didn't complain. She went out there. She got funding to create her own company, and she has a deal in place to make the Captain America 1943, whatever Rise of Hydra game. Her studio's making that game. So what are you gonna say? Because we have Black Panther in it, the game is woke. It's like, okay, this woman got fired, created her own studio, went and got funding for the studio, went and put a bid in to get a Marvel licensed game, and now they're saying, what they're going to say is woke? Because again, you have the Howling Commandos, which were mostly black, because again, they brought in the fact in World War II, a lot of white soldiers did not want to serve with black soldiers. So Captain America was like, no, I'll be honored to serve with you guys. So they went around liberating different cities and rescuing Americans and all that kind of stuff. In the comic book, they brought that up in the movie Captain America: The First Avenger as well. So, but you're going to play as a Wakandan. I think she's going to be a war dog, so she's an infiltrator. And then you're going to a Howling Commando. Now, both of them are black. Then you'll have Black Panther. Then you'll play as Cap. So 3/4 of your cast you're going to be playing with is going to be black characters. And these guys are going to say this game is woke. How? When the woman lost her job, started her own company, put a bid in, built the demo on Unreal Engine, and Disney gave her a contract. I mean, this is stupid. It is fucking stupid. I'm serious. And this is the dumbest thing I heard in my life. Like, what the hell, man? So, the Sony Naughty Dog engine, yeah. Star Wars game. Well, did she do a Star Wars game? So, did Amy do a Star Wars game? And there's nothing wrong with the Star Wars game that's out now. Outlaws. Well, the character is just too ugly. And so they put a mod in on PC to make her look cute. And like I said, these guys don't have girlfriends, so they don't know what women really do look like. Most women are 4s and 5s. You get into like Eve. Well, how come they can't look like Eve? Because even Eve don't look like Eve, dumbass. Eve don't have those measurements. The female animator said let's over exaggerate her features. It's not. She's pretty in real life. She's a pretty woman. But that girl, that Eve, is what? Like an E cup? I think she's an E cup. And, she's big old behind. She's probably like a 38 in her waist. Come on. That's a little silly. But is she pleasant to look at? Yes. Absolutely she is. Oh, she's doing a Star Wars game after 1943? Well, yeah, let's see how it goes. But I'm happy that she's talented. But what these guys would say is that, yeah, she did all those things, but it should just be Captain America only. That's what they're going to say. I guarantee you they're going to say, because 3/4 of the characters, it's going to be woke. That's what they're going to say. So this includes people like, people like JTech TV. He better not be playing Ghost of Yotai. He shouldn't even be talking about it. He shouldn't be playing Intergalactic. He shouldn't even be talking about it. And they will, because they moist as hell. But why are you talking about something that you don't want? Oh, let me tell you why. #grift. That's what it is. That's all it is. So, yeah, I think Sony should look at what Capcom has done and revive some old ones. I don't disagree. She worked on a Star Wars game in EA, but EA canceled it. That's why she left EA and went to Skydance New Media. Yeah, okay. No, it's cool. That's cool. So, but my goal to you in 2025 is that I want you to really pay attention if you want to. It's because it's going to be funny. The people that are telling you that the games are all going woke, these are the same people that have YouTube channels, and they should not. And I want you to challenge them because I know I am, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to say, okay, if the game is woke and you think it's a political agenda, why are you even talking about it? That's what I'm going to say. Wicked Part 1 is good. Part 2 is coming. Yeah, I love Wicked Part 1. My God, I did not. Wow. So, people excited for Amy Henny's next game after shitting on Forspoken. Yeah, I don't know how Forspoken was woke. I thought it was okay. You know, I didn't see what the big deal was. So, I thought the game was okay. Half them guys. Yeah, but you're right, Darth Seth. The majority of these guys are not gamers. They are, shout out to Reforged Gaming, he called them gaming tourists. That's exactly what they are. They are a bunch of tourists. Like, oh, let's go over here and talk about how woke this is, because we talked about how woke Disney is, but Disney made $5 billion being woke, so we can't talk bad about Disney, you know, because it didn't work out. And now they're saying that Intergalactic will probably fail. Based on what? Naughty Dog sells on average about 9 million games, give or take. Give or take. That's on the high. Tried Forspoken, and it was a victim to this madness. Well, I mean, I thought Forspoken was a good game. I didn't think it was bad. Being a black female protagonist is woke. All right, so did you all watch the movie Tenet? Did you see the movie Tenet? There was a black protagonist. Is Tenet woke now? I mean, Christopher Nolan, the great Christopher Nolan, did he go woke in that movie? Did the Japanese who made this terrible movie called Woke had a black protagonist? Is Japan woke now? I mean, it's stupid. It's free on Plus this month if you got the extra tier. Yeah, I already played it. It's not bad. I think they patched it. So she was black and a woman. If she was gay, then it would have hit the anti-woke trinity. The anti-woke wishbone, yeah. Maybe she was gay. We don't know that she wasn't, right? We don't know. Maybe she was gay. The Tenet was good. Oh, no, I'm not saying Tenet. I love Tenet. It's one of my favorite movies. I'm just asking you, is it woke? You know, I watched, I bought the movie Firefox and Heartbreak Ridge, right? And in the airplane in the movie Firefox, that's the name of the airplane is black. So is Firefox woke? Did they make a woke airplane? This movie came out in 1980. Did they make a woke airplane? Oh man, the first Model T Ford. The first Model T Ford is black. So I guess Ford, the company Ford, started out on a woke agenda, right? According to these idiots. Like I said, these men couldn't get laid if the woman was laying in bed, had candles around the bedroom, and was playing Teddy Pendergrass. These guys would still find a way to fuck it up. I mean, they just would. Yeah, plus, I agree. Firefox is a good movie. But the plane is black. Therefore, the movie woke. I mean, that's what these guys are saying. I'm not saying the movie wasn't good. I bought it. I know the movie's good. Been a fan of it since I was a little kid. So I bought that movie, yeah. That's right. Resident Evil has a female protagonist. Now, I've not seen one, but it's woke, right? They made, 10 Resident Evil movies? I guess it's woke, too. You know. I guess, according to these guys, it's woke. So, I'm just saying, guys, so what needs to happen in 2025 is if I hear these guys talking about games that they're not going to play, I'm going to ask them flat out, why are you talking about a game that you're not going to play? At this point, you're grifting. You're not going to play it. You think it has a political agenda. Don't talk about it. Well, I can talk about whatever I want, and then I can talk about you, so please go ahead. Go ahead. Make my day. So let's do it. So they got a black man voicing for a white man. Who is that? Who exactly is that? So they would call Prototype 2. Never played that game. Star Wars making a comeback. Yeah, I mean, to me, I've said this to people, Alexandria, it never went away. Star Wars, if you're a fan of Star Wars, it never went away. Because these ignorant people were saying Kathleen Kennedy needs to give the reins over to, needs to give it to Dave Filoni. That's exactly what she did. Dave Filoni is in charge of Star Wars, okay? The Ahsoka series, the Andor series, that is all Dave Filoni, all right? The Star Wars show that's on now, the one with Jude Law, Skeleton Crew, that's all Dave Filoni. The first person Dave Filoni hired was Jon Favreau to direct the Mandalorian movie. So Vader is, the late great James Earl Jones, played by Hayden Christensen. Yeah, in the prequels and in the following sequels. But yeah, Darth Vader was played by 3 different people. Yeah, David Prost is the original movie. So I don't know if David was in the was he in the second one as well? I mean, he may have been, because you got to remember, they were all British. They were all British. Metroid Prime as well, I guess. Yeah, like I said before, it's silly. Yeah, I like Forspoken's world more than anything. So I think Disney and Sony Pictures going to make a comeback. Well, Disney's Pictures Disney made $5 billion. They're fine. Sony Pictures did okay. They did okay. They didn't do great. They didn't do terrible. She destroyed Star Wars by what? Hiring Dave Filoni? She hired Dave Filoni. She hired 2 good directors for The Force Awakens. I mean, J.J. Abrams ain't nobody's bitch. Abrams is a very accomplished director. So, it is what it is. So all she does is hire people. And she produces. She can go to the set one day a week and say, okay, what are we doing today? Okay, how's this scene going? All right, is this the scene you want? All righty. That's fine. That's all she does. I mean, seriously, that's what she does. WWE Netflix in 2 weeks. I saw that. Hey, the Netflix had on NFL over the weekend. It did pretty well, I heard. NFL. Remember, the NFL was going to be destroyed. It's going woke. And now it has they have the biggest audience that they've ever had. But 3 years ago, because of Colin Kaepernick, oh, no, he's kneeling down. No, they're anti-American. They're going woke. I mean, I'm just saying, look at the numbers. David Prost was in the suit. Sebastian Shaw was Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, when they finally unveiled his face in part 3, Return of the Jedi. Yeah. But wasn't that in Clone Wars? In Rogue One, wasn't that Hayden Christensen in the back of the tank? So, shout out to JP Loco for the $5 holler. What's this about Sony selling the Spider-Man rights back to Marvel? That's nothing. Again, that's just a rumor. Sony and Marvel talk to each other all the time. I don't know why they think about it. Sony and Marvel just signed another 3-movie deal. They just signed another 3-movie deal. So they're not going to sell the rights back. Now, Sony is derelict if they don't put out, how much would you give for it? Like, it's okay to do that all the time. New Star Wars trilogy made everything that Luke and Vader did all for nothing. No, it did not. I don't know how Luke was a Jedi. Did it cut himself off from the Force? Same thing Yoda did on Dagobah. And he was living like Yoda. He was. Leia is also a Jedi. You all just seem to be forgetting about that. And Abrams has already come out and said that whole sequel trilogy was supposed to be about Leia. All right, he said because Luke's story has been done upside down, backwards, forwards, on top. Everybody knows Luke's story, but nobody knows anything about Leia. So he was trying to do a series about Leia. Leia was supposed to be the last Jedi. That's where that term comes from. The last Jedi is supposed to be Leia. But unfortunately, we lost Carrie Fisher before all this can get done. So same guy in Guardians of the Galaxy, Hayden came back with Obi-Wan. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, did you all and Obi-Wan make it a second season? That was good too. That was good as well. So gee whiz, that was, and I would like to see. Here's what you can do. You know, Star Wars, they had their own version of the Underground Railroad. That's what Ice Cube's son. But Ice Cube's son is in. You all know that if you've seen the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Ice Cube's son is in it playing a pilot, and he is the pilot that's helping smuggling, part of the smugglers group that's smuggling Jedi. And so it's good. Why Paramount Plus removing Nickelodeon? I do not know. New Star Wars of Vader being the chosen one and bringing balance was thrown out the window because they were wrong about that. How is that being thrown out the window? They were wrong. That's what you all don't get. I understand now. This makes sense now. They were wrong about Anakin doing that. Anakin balanced it for himself. He went from being a Jedi. Remember, Anakin never got the title of Jedi placed on him. Y'all got to remember that. Go back and watch episode 3 of Star Wars. He never becomes a Jedi. And so he becomes a Sith, which is sort of like a Jedi. He becomes a Sith Lord or a Sith Padawan because he never killed Palpatine to become a Sith Lord. Now this makes sense. You all actually thought, no, they have said that they were wrong about him. So the person that brought balance to the Force was a Palpatine. So it was Rey who took the name Skywalker because she's got a dark side parentage, Palpatine, but she's a good person. So she balances everything out. That's why she has a double-bladed lightsaber and it's yellow because she can go both ways. Pause. Luke had dark side tendencies. Luke used the Jedi Force, the Force choke. He used that. He used a Jedi mind trick. That's all dark side power. Is what it is. Luke, Solo, C-3PO, and Lando. Correct, because the original guy that played Chewbacca, he passed away. James Earl Jones. He's just, God rest his soul. He just passed away a few weeks ago. So. Thought he was a Jedi in the Clone Wars series. I would go. He could have been. I'm just talking about the movie. See, I never saw the Clone Wars cartoon, so I'll stand corrected if that is true. But I never. Matter of fact, yeah, I think because he did have a Padawan. You're right. He did have a Padawan. Ahsoka's his Padawan. Yep. So I stand corrected. So I thought she had a double-bladed lightsaber. Maybe I'm reading too much. It was single-bladed. You're right. I need to watch it again. Just bought Blu-ray copy of the Fallout series from Hong Kong. The Fallout TV show? Okay. Anakin was denied the rank. That's what it was. So he was a Jedi, denied the rank of master. But he had a Padawan. So doesn't that make him a master? In the Clone Wars, wasn't he a master? So, he had a Padawan, so wouldn't he be a master? So that's my question. But I get it now. They're literally believing that it's the Jedi got things wrong. They were really trying to talk about that. Why don't you go back and watch The Last Jedi when Luke Skywalker said the dogma of the Jedi has got to die. It's got to go. So because they got things wrong. They aren't perfect. So just because they can use the Force doesn't mean they're perfect. So the Fallout show, I thought it was already, if you have Prime, it's already in 4K. It's already in 4K. He was denied a seat on the council. I got you now. Okay. He was denied a seat on the council, but he was not denied being a master. Okay. See, that makes more sense now. All right. There you go. That's what I had confused. So thank you. So Anakin was denied being a master on the console, but during the war, he got his own Padawan. Okay, there we go. That makes more sense. Tried to watch the Fallout series. Fallout series, you can't get into it. Again, I understand if you haven't played the video game and I keep telling people the first 2 shows are just kind of meh. They are. But the third show is so good. So, who was James Taylor Jones tribute? So, picked up the Wild Robot and Godzilla -1. Godzilla -1 was okay. Godzilla was -1 was okay. You play half of Fallout. Fallout 4 wasn't that good. It felt like DLC to Fallout 3. That's what it felt like. So, Fallout 3 I thought was perfect. I thought Fallout 3 is a perfect game. I think that's one of the best RPGs I've ever played. James Earl Jones? Well, yeah, that's not, you put James Taylor Jones. So. But yeah, that I knew they did. Once they introduced the ghoul, the show gets good. Yeah, that's friggin' Walter Goggins, man. That dude can just act. I mean, he is you all's Tom Hanks. He's you all's Tom Hanks. Rey's lightsaber isn't really shown in the film. You can tell if it's single. I believe the one at the end of the movie is yellow. So, you're not paying for the service. You bought it physically. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. You're going to try out Outer Worlds before too. Yeah, Outer Worlds is fun. Outer Worlds was fun. It is fun. So, but again, I'm biased because I like space-themed games, but I did enjoy Outer Worlds. The show was great. Yeah, I thought Fallout. Look, I think Fallout and the Last of Us TV shows have set the bar for all these TV shows that are video game based. The Last of Us was really good, but Fallout ain't nobody's punk. I love Fallout as well. So it was so good. Like The Last of Us, I didn't expect The Last of Us to be that good, and I got the access key. I saw the first 3 episodes. I'm like, oh my God, this is really, really good. So Inside Out 15 or 2. I like them both. Going to give the Outer Worlds another attempt soon. I liked it. So, hopefully you all play it and enjoy it. Let's go ahead and play the games, yeah. But yeah, now I see why. They think, no, it wasn't. I get it now. Could be double-bladed, but they didn't show. The bottom of the hilt was different. Yeah. Was off screen. Battlefront 2 made it a single-bladed. The next film could rent that. Well, it can be either or. The double-bladed lightsaber you can take it apart and you can have both. So, but she has a yellow-bladed lightsaber because that shows that she is like one of the wise ones. The Jedi that have yellow-bladed lightsabers are both very good counselors and they're very good at fighting. The ones with the blue ones are just good at fighting. The green ones are strictly counselors. They're the ones that you go to for the wisdom. Yoda has a green lightsaber. So, think of wisdom with the green. So, Arcane and Galad is probably one of the best. I haven't seen that. Didn't like The Last of Us. They spent through, what? Not like too many. It's not a lot of zombies in The Last of Us. You're thinking of Days Gone. Like Days Gone, there's a shit ton of zombies. But Last of Us, they're not really a whole lot. So, and then you got something called the Rat King. I don't know why it's called the Rat King. It's not a rat and it ain't nobody's king. So you like the Outer Worlds, you don't recommend the Spacer's Choice version. It looks slightly better, but runs worse on the PS. Worse than the PS4. Really? Okay. Alrighty. Cool. Purple is that's just the stone that Mace Windu had. But Mace Windu is considered one of the better fighters. Mace does not use the Force as far as to move things around. He strictly concentrates on fighting. So, a lot of zombies in The Last of Us. The world felt empty. You mean the TV show? At the beginning, I think at the beginning there were a whole lot, but towards when they were going west, you didn't see as many. So you like The Last of Us game better than the show? Yeah. A lot of people did. Don't feel bad. You're excited about the Rey trilogy? Yeah, I am too. And there's a good chance John Boyega is going to come back. It's a good chance. There's also a chance there could be a romantic thing there. Because I personally think that because they said Jedi cannot have attachment, but that's part of the dogma that Luke's talking about needed to go away. Because even he had a girlfriend in the books. I think her name was Jade Raimi or something like that. Jade Rama or Jade Mara or something like that. So I'm just saying. They only went through the first season. The Last of Us season 2 and 3 are going to cover The Last of Us 2 video game. So I think they'll make a Battlefront 3. In theory, no, but would I like to see them add the worlds that they had in The Last Jedi? Yes. Not The Last Jedi. Yeah, Mara Jade. That's what I call her, Jade Mara. Okay, yeah, I knew it was something like that. There's also Dark Jedi. Yeah, and Dark Jedi are not Sith. That's what Kylo Ren is not a Sith. He's a Dark Jedi. But he came back to being a good Jedi. He made the switch. Spider-Man Beyond the Universe. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Is he involved? Is Gwen Stacy and Miles Morales involved? I've never watched those. So are they involved? I'm just asking. I don't know. Will The Last of Us show story advance past the video games? It's not planned to. It's not planned to. And they're starting to work on the new Last of Us Part 3 anyway with Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog is when Naughty Dog winds down when they wind down, The Last of Us are intergalactic. That team will go do that. So the Rat King is a scientific term for rats who get their tails. I appreciate the $5, JP. Tails stuck together, they become like one entity, aka the Rat King. Okay. All right, well, it's not a rat. It's nobody's king. Okay, then why did it get so big? That's the whole thing. All right, no, Mouse is a crush on Gwen in the intro to Spider-Verse movies, but it doesn't work. Oh, okay, yeah, because I didn't know. So, said Squid Games was okay. Yeah, I heard the first one I heard is really good. I never watched. I don't know why they're playing games with squids, but all right, fair enough. So, that helps me explain it, but it still sucks to have to fight that thing. We Be Club and Ice Cube. Great song. Cube's a fantastic entrepreneur. He's actor, writer, director. He's everything. You know what I'm saying? Explaining the game and behind the scenes. I never watched it. I just knew you were. I know you can hear it moving around, and when you kill that one girl in the tunnels. But I didn't. I don't know. I was laughing like, why do they call this a Rat King? It ain't a rat. So Battlefront 3, if it happens, needs more content from the prequels. They have that with the original ones. The Rat King is essentially a patient. Really? Like the first patient? Okay, now it's still nobody's king. I'm just saying, That's fine. You all explained it to me. It just ain't nobody's king. But it killed me like 10 times, and then I finally killed it. And I set some. I was able to get some more stuff and make more traps, and it finally kept stepping on them. So there's also Gray Jedi, neither Jedi or Sith. Yeah, that's ultimately what Rey becomes at the end, is a Gray Jedi. So that's what she becomes. So that's her story, is that she becomes a Gray Jedi. So and a lot of people went over a lot of people, and that's fine, but I don't argue with people because you can actually go back, read the director's notes, read the writer's notes. Here's what they were aiming for. I think they nailed it. So I enjoyed it. Now, where's Rey going to build her Jedi camp? That's who knows. I have no idea what's going to happen there. But she's supposed to start the School of Skywalker. That's what she's supposed to teach. So will the School of Skywalker be more of a Gray Jedi? Woodstock 99 was trash. It was complete trash. More cops than people. You could not walk and turn. I was there. You couldn't walk and turn without a fucking cop being there. Like, I hated it. So I canceled my reservations after the second day. Supposed to be there for 5. Came back home. Like, this is trash. So... Digital Battlefront. That is an EA thing there, Ryan. That's an EA thing. Oh, wait. UPS truck coming? Is this my new cat? Oh, he's going around. Boo. Okay. So I bought myself a baseball cap to hook up my track IR with. Well, that's a pain in the ass. So yeah. But I don't disagree. But all right, guys, I've been here an hour and a half because we did have that show for 2 hours, literally. So, but yeah, this is my final podcast. I may do a game cast later on in the week, maybe New Year's Eve. Ain't no sunshine. Yeah, I love Bill Withers. Yeah. For reference, Cal Kestis is also a gray Jedi. He's either good or bad. He sides more with the Jedi than he goes gray. But Cal Kestis's powers are very similar to what Leia's powers are. The empathic, meaning that he can see previous events, he can sense things like that. Leia could do that too. So it was trapped, done in the lower floors, and the fungus molded over other clickers and infected, making it a living. Oh, okay, I understand it. It ain't nobody's king though. But I understand. But all right, guys, I'm gonna bounce, man. Certainly enjoyed it. Appreciate the super chats, and you all have a good rest of the day. Have a safe New Year, and if you don't, please do not drink and drive. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Either walk home. You can get the AI. The AI is a public intoxication. You can take that. At least in my city, that's a $200 fine. That ain't a big deal. Do not drink. Please do not drink and drive. Just don't. It's not worth it. Play Jedi Survivor. Cal goes a bit darker than the first. Yeah, I played it and finished it. Yeah. Yeah, but you can tell towards the end when you're fighting that one guy, Bodhi. Is that his name? When you're fighting Bodhi? Bodhi's a straight up dark Jedi. And Cal's much more to his left. So, yeah. But everybody have a good, happy, safe New Year. I've had my day going one-on-one with the creature, especially on New Year's Eve, and I should not have been out there on the road. Thank God I did not kill anybody. So, yeah. Remember Palpatine ordered 66. He stole that army from Darth Plagueis. So, our Jedi Master Sifri Dyas. So he killed Palpatine, killed Darth Plagueis, and he killed Sifri Dyas. So he was the most powerful Sith in the history of Sith. All right then, I'm gonna bounce. You all have a good one. Vice City GTA 6 is a Vice City remake. That's what it is. GTA 4 was a remake of GTA 3. GTA 5 was a remake of GTA San Andreas. And GTA 6 is a remake of Vice City. Exactly what it is. All right, guys. I will talk to you all later. Have a good, safe one. Hopefully your favorite football team wins today. You all take care. I will talk to you all next year. Also, make sure you listen to Porter Rock's podcast. He interviewed Tim Dog. A couple more uploads. Make sure you all check that out.